Hi guys, this video continues to discuss if scenario work is for you. And I did another video where I discussed the prerequisites necessary for scenario work, namely the trauma, like a childhood trauma or teenagehood trauma or young adulthood. So trauma is one of the things. Something happened, traumatic events happen. The second one is you're introverted. You're very, very nice on the outside and you keep all the pain and anger inside. However, there's one more thing, and this is what this video is about. So you kind of have to be at a certain stage. And there are 4 stages how you your awareness grows. So I would like to start with Rumi's quote. There's a famous quote that he said, "You are not a drop in the ocean, you are an entire ocean in a drop." Personally, until I experienced it, I couldn't quite understand what he was talking about, but then I experienced it. And so here's the thing. When you're just kind of starting life, you are not aware. You're aware of the outside, that there's an ocean and you seem to be swimming in it, like you're that little drop, you see the ocean around you and you're not aware of anything inside. And the second stage, you kind of realize, oh, there's something inside, but you truly think that it's sort of a mirror. It's sort of that drop is reflecting the world around it, and that's where you're at. So you just think, oh, it's just a reflection. So third stage, you come to realize that, hold on, that little drop is not just a reflection. There's some power contained within that drop. There's some power within me, and actually I am powerful. I can influence the events around me. So you kind of understand, but you don't quite know how to use that power, right? And then you arrive at stage 4, which is the prerequisite for you to be using scenario work. That stage 4, you are aware that by changing your inside, you affect the world around you. By changing what's within, as above, so below, as within, so without. So you've come to this realization, you've come to this awareness. And now you're ready to do something about it. So that is needed for you to start scenario work. So if you have that understanding that what is within me, that's the potential, and actually everything is within me. And everything around is like, so the world around you, what the purpose that the world serves is it's a stage, it's set, and it's meant to kind of trigger, set things in motion. But what is truly happening is within us. Within us, there's a change, there's a transformation. And so the outcome, the product, the result of this whole entire life journey that you're experiencing is not the external world, is actually the internal world, the inside of each and every one of us. And when the inside changes, and when every drop in the ocean, like all of us, right? So when every drop changes, the whole entire ocean will change. So focus on the inside, because ultimately, you know how they say that's where all the answers are? That's where they are. But the external world created that storm. Now that storm is raging inside of you, and you're like, okay, I gotta do something about it. And the first thing that people kind of start doing, like step number 1, for most people, is you get to the point where, okay, I need to create this internal peace. And if I create the peace inside, hopefully it will kind of spills over and around me, and it will create the peace around me outside. So that's the first kind of, if you have that awareness, if you realize and you start working on creating that, and that peace inside, how you're creating it, whether it's meditation, your thoughts, mantras, whether you're working on your regulating your nervous system, whether, like, whichever way you approach it, or if you approach it in every way, it's your first step. It shows that you have that awareness and you're trying to change. Okay? Now, here's the thing. We did not come into this world just for the peace. If we did, we would have just simply stayed where we came from, because there's peace. So we came here to grow, to expand, to become incredible. And that is possible within the system where we are. That is the desired outcome. So first you get to the point, okay, I want peace. But let's say you reached peace. What would you want next? Some sort of excitement, some sort of adventure, right? So there's got to be something. So scenario work gives you all of it. You can experiment, and whatever the desire is, peace is one of the desires, okay. And what else? What else do you desire? You desire certain power, you desire certain influence. So scenario work allows you to not just work with one desire, which is peace, but work with a number of different desires, and all of them working together to actually create who you are and who you came here to become. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.